Howdy, folks. We should be live. It is Sunday, June, whatever the hell day it is. I think the 9th. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's edition of the Sunday Night Live. I am certainly having very awkward cadence tonight. Lisa's here. Sammy Woo is here. Madano, Lorraine McLean, Brett Mallon, Sheena Roberts, Karen on the Humber, Vivian Johnson, Gertej, Alicia Lewis, Math Doctor, Karen, I'm already reading names again, Carol Ali, Flick Hunter, Moments with Muzzy, and thank you everyone else. Picard is here. Sorry if I missed your name. John Nicholson, David Ing, Janice S, Epic Nation HD is the 27th like. Well, Liam, you're very lucky. If you're the 27th like, you get the same thing everyone else gets, to watch the same live stream. The wit is not with me tonight, but what I'm not going to do, because I had too much of it last week and I may have had some beverages with my dinner, is have an adult beverage. So we're going to have a Focus Zero Sugar Cherry Pepsi. This is up until I discovered that I could make a Diet Cherry Fanta at Wendy's at lunch the other day. That was like the single greatest carbonated beverage I ever had. But up until that moment, this would have been my number one. But this is now my number 2 all-time beverage. But holy shit, that Fanta was amazing. But anyways, just to preserve the teeth, we're going to use a metal straw. But fuck paper straws. You won't see me using one of those. And I thought it might be an edible night. I got pretty high last night. I went to the cannabis shop and bought a whole bunch of edibles after my last live stream. I've got 2 here. I've got Fly North and Stunners. These, believe it or not, were only $2.95. I was a little skeptical of that. I was like, why are these so cheap? And the guy's like, that's just what the company wants to charge. And I'm like, but they're the same amount as the ones that are $8. He's like, yeah. I'm like, is there something wrong with them? He's like, no, man, it's all good. So we got a few of these. This one is Sour Thimbleberry. I don't even know what the hell Thimbleberry is, but we've got a choice of Sour Thimbleberry. This is 10 milligrams. And this one is a Stunner's Super Cherry Jam Blasters. This one is 2 gummies, total THC 10 milligrams, CBD less than 1 milligram. This one also less than 1 milligram. Maybe I'll just have half of this one. I don't know. Let's make a vote. What are we going to have tonight? We're just going to have a little bit of edibles and that'll be it. So your choices are Thimbleberry, whatever the hell Thimbleberry is, or Super Cherry Jam Blasters. Place your bets now. It'll be not long before we get eating. Someone said, M. Murphy says Thimbleberry equals marketing. You know what? Let me ask my good friend ChatGPT. What the hell is Thimbleberry? I actually typed that, and ChatGPT says Thimbleberry is a type of wild fruit. It's the edgy cousin of the raspberry that lives in the forest and doesn't care if you've never heard of it. Native to North America, especially the Great Lakes region. Unlike regular raspberries, thimbleberries are super fragile and don't ship well, which is why you won't find them in grocery stores. Foragers, hikers, and bears are basically their only fans. Did someone say only fans? That's worth taking a shot to, but thank you, ChatGPT. Maybe because I said what I find it tends to talk back to me in whatever type of language. I tend to say like, what the hell is this? Give me a goddamn thumbnail. And it tends to like reflect that kind of attitude in its response. So I'm really digging it these days. But yeah, we're just going to go with a Pepsi Zero. Howard Charco says, go for the Charco cookies. Cheers, JS. And Mods chat. So last week on the live stream, I kind of talked my way into making a video. And that video I released on Friday on the Johnny Strides channel. You might remember the one about the bike couriers. Yeah, it is still going strong. I think it's at like 25,000 views, over 600 comments, although there might be just 200 or 300 comments once I start taking an axe to them. Yeah, don't look in the comments of that video. It is not... I kind of predicted it though, right? If you watch my stream, I kind of predicted there would be some things said in that video. Some people... I don't know. I hope you don't go around talking like that in public. So yeah, I'm going to have to find an hour or two. I might just take my MacBook. I can't believe I said MacBook, to a cafe, get a coffee, sit down and go through those. I just haven't had the chance to. And obviously I'm going to be high tonight. But yeah, that video, I guess, has been a success. Most of the feedback has been overwhelmingly positive. A few people signed up to Patreon and sent me messages saying, hey, thanks for doing that. I've always felt the same. So a whole lot of new people have found the channel. Views have been like way up since then on other videos too. So I think the YouTube algorithm is kind of helping out. So it's been good. I guess Lisa says, I don't know, the comments lower the bar for that one for me. Yeah, I don't know. It's just stuff that's blatantly full of hate needs to go. So I'm going to have to take an axe through them and go through them. But most people like seem to see what I see, and it's cool. I've had a few people even stop me on the street and say, hey, great video. I'm like, cool, thanks. So yeah, I don't know if that's a one-off. I don't know if there's going to be... the next one I want to do is going to be like a more fun topic, right? So the next one's not going to be like complaining or ranting. If I do, it'll be in like a more fun, constructive way, not one that allows people to be degenerates. Jennifer Gallis says, hi Johnny, the algorithm is back. Yeah, it's been helped. My channel has been like booming the last 3-4 days. I think we had almost 70,000 views over the last 48 hours, which is crazy because for the last few months I was teetering around 20,000 views over the last 48 hours, which was not good, but things are back, at least for now. Phuket Walk is here. Hey Johnny, good day everyone. Busy morning running around. Hope everyone is great. Phuket Walk, good to see you. Chris Lane McLeod says people want rants. Then tune into this channel. That's what this channel exists for. The other channel is supposed to be Toronto and travel themed. This channel is everything and anything. But it just felt that video, since it was about Toronto, made more sense on that channel. But anyways, let's see how the poll is doing. 77 votes. When we get to 100 votes, I will open one of these. 43% say Thimbleberry, 58% say Super Cherry Jam Blaster. So we're gonna get into the edibles. What was the movie I watched last night? I watched a movie. I was so high. Can I even remember what it was about? Aiden Thompson McGuire, 279. Cheers to you. Thank you, Aiden Thompson McGuire, for the 279. You might notice the webcam looks a little bit different tonight. I actually spent like 10 minutes before the live stream dialing it in. So this is manual white balance, manual ISO. I adjusted it for my lighting. So hopefully it looks a little better. Hopefully it looks a little bit warmer as well, less cold. Lisa says it looks like your face still. Maybe, but it looked a little bit too, yeah, I like it a little warm. It's a little bit of a... I set the color temperature. My lights are at 5700K, which is daylight, and I set the color temp to 6200 just to warm it up a bit. Unless you got some sun this weekend. But anyways, my hair looks orangey. My hair looks super red. My hair is actually looks like this today. You look even more like Johnny than usual, says JM. Thank you. Alex says, I saw two cyclists riding the bike in the wrong way and other cyclists riding on the sidewalk. Welcome to Toronto. You know, it's really, that video was really more about the big, heavy monster truck e-bikes being ridden on the sidewalks and being ridden in the bike lanes the wrong way, or just ridden like people who don't know how to ride everywhere. There was actually, like, the first cut of that video was like 10 minutes. I like really cut it down. I didn't want it to be like long-winded and ranty. Also saved me some material for a future follow-up. Whippy Dude is here. Says good evening. Jane Jarin says, hey, my sweet Kurt affair. Missed you, dude. Ooh, are people making love connections in the chat? That's interesting. And we already have 227 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. Let me see how the poll is doing. Well, mathematically, Thimbleberry can't make a comeback. We're at 91 votes, and it's 61% Super Cherry Jam Blaster. So we're just going to go with that. Thank you for tuning in and voting. Warning. The effects from eating or drinking cannabis can be long-lasting. The effects can last between 6 and 12 hours following use. These, I think, are hybrids. When they don't list it as being sativa or indica, usually that just means it's both. So let's have one of these. So this was $2.95. I got it from a place called The Green Merchant. My jam is blue raspberry pearls, so you can take a little bit or a lot. Oh, I still have some pearls behind me, actually. Well, we're going to focus. Focus. There we go. There might have been a reason why this was $2.95. There you go. You can watch what I'm looking at, the chat. Because this is so chewy. And it's sticking in my teeth and getting caked all over my gums. I do not want to eat this on camera. Oh, I've only got top chat on. Sorry, guys. This is a horrible experience trying to eat it. Now, like, the pits of my molars are filled up with, like, this gummy. And it's baked on a part of my gums. This is gross. But this picture I stole from Reddit. It's Only Kotzi took it. All one word. It's Only Kotzi. I think that might be his IG handle as well. But that did not go down smooth. That did not go down like a gummy should. Lisa says, Kotzi, if you can give me his IG handle, is it Kotzi? What is it? He's one of the Toronto Boris is sometimes in this chat. He's another one who posts a lot of awesome pictures. Yeah, at Kotzi on Instagram. Rain says, I'm not a fan of watching people chew and in camera, so thank you. I'm not a fan of having people watch me chew. Like, don't like doing the mukbang thing. So yeah, if I had the other one, but man, that was hard to chew. And like, now I just want to like play around with my tongue and like try to fish it out of the pits of my molars. The stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. I thought we were doing this at a pretty high bitrate. Bitrate 60. Ooh, I could go higher. Here, let's crank this up. Let's see if this helps. There we go. Let's see if it said good connection. Let's see if that changes to excellent. I just cranked up the bitrate here. Let's see if that fixes it. Why is YouTube yelling at me? Hopefully that's better. Lisa says Toronto Boris is an excellent snapper. Thank you, Harjot. I take photos too, but from the ground like a sucker. This one must have been a drone, right? They must have just like launched their drone straight up over the Queen Street Viaduct, probably from the east side of the Queen Street Viaduct. I don't know. Jollykins is here. So, what the hell's new with you guys? You saw Friday night I went out. I did the Due West Fest. Then I did a live stream. Yesterday I went out. Beautiful day yesterday. I should have gone to the beaches. I should have gone to the waterfront. Instead I did. I wanted to go to the Eats and Beats Street Festival at Riverside. And the TTC was such a nightmare. I took the street, or I I didn't take the streetcar down. I walked down Broadview, made that a video. That'll probably be tomorrow's video. Then I did a riverside walk through the street festival. Little disingenuous to call it that, but yeah, that's all I did. And today, no content. Today was like I had other things to do. Eats and beats and eats, beat their meats. I don't know. It was something like that. It was a street festival, but the street wasn't closed. So yeah, you'd be on one side of the street and see something on the other side of the street and be like, is that worth going to? No, not really. Okay, I'll stay over here. But, you know, it's fun. A lot of people took their families out, businesses and vendors and stuff, got to sell stuff. Julie says, what's new? I'm on a plane now after a family weekend in Edmonton. May I guess you're on an Air Canada plane since you're rocking Wi-Fi? Christopher says, Johnny really loved the Sunday Lives. Think they're a fantastic. Question. If money wasn't the issue, where in the world other than Canada would you live? And you can't say Japan or Thailand. Where to live? Like, if money isn't an issue, I would probably want to be in a big crazy city. I don't know if I'd go back to Seoul. That would be up there. I don't know. Let me get back to you on that one, because like literally Toronto, Tokyo, Bangkok would be 1, 2, 3 in terms of where I could live, and you disqualified all of them. This is to live, not where to go. No Clue says Portugal. I don't know if I couldn't do a non-English European country. Maybe London. I don't know. You said money's no object, but money is definitely an object in London. You want fish and chips, it's like $60. It's ridiculous. So I don't know. But this is where to live. Yeah, I don't know. Whippy Dude says London. Yeah, London, New York City. Once the orange man keels over from a heart attack, I don't know. That would definitely be, if money was no object, yeah, probably New York. I'd probably love to live there, providing the U.S. fixes its shit. No Clue says I'd chill on the beach forever. Well, I'd also have a place, but it can't be Thailand. Bali, Palawan in the Philippines. I don't know. I'd have somewhere like really, really nice. Maybe somewhere in the Caribbean. I don't know. Vasily dipped his toe into Quebec. Oh, you just went over the border. Sheena says, what about Seoul? I've done Seoul. I like it. I'd go back. Not Just Bikes did a really interesting video uploaded today on planned cities in Korea. Jillian Felix says, get this, today is both my cousin and my aunt's birthdays. Is this cousin the daughter of your aunt? I know someone whose kid is on the same birthday as theirs. Mike T says, I couldn't live anywhere where they don't speak English or drive on the wrong side of the road. Kurt Affair says, Turks and Caicos. Jollykins paid $8.50 for 2 single fish tonight. That actually sounds good. Lisa, I don't think it rained. Alexa told me there'd be like 1 or 2 millimeters of rain today. Peter Bradfield says, Johnny, this upcoming Saturday, will you go out and stream Toronto's World Naked Bike Ride? No. No, I will not. YouTube will take that down in 2 seconds. It is not worth doing. Nor do I want to participate in a naked bike ride with a camera. That is just asking to be awkward. So, nope, not going to do it. But, hey. Cam says, you look orangey today. Is it the lighting? It's the white balance of the camera. I set it to be a little bit warmer. I kind of like this look a little bit better. If you're viewing on a screen that is overly saturated and not color accurate, it's probably going to look too orange. But if your screen is like relatively color accurate, it should look just the way I wanted it to, which might still be too orange. Lisa says, I think it did a little that, or someone went rogue and watered your new garden for you, even though you did it. Maybe. But no, I'm not doing the naked bike ride. No, I don't like the idea of my private parts becoming a pizza if I fall off my bike. Jennifer Gala says, I don't like orange. Reminds me of the Orange Man. Can't someone be orange and not be a total piece of shit? I don't know. Let's take it back. Let's make orange great again. Not that I'm the right person to do it. Cam says it looks rose-colored, very demure, very mindful. Just reading the chats. Okay, in a few minutes, we'll pull the green screen up and we'll start going through some stuff. He's been tangoed. Orange cats are amazing, says Mike T. We're probably about 20 minutes before this very hard to chew gummy kicks in. Kurt Affair says naked bike ride on those rental bikes has to be hygienic. Cam says I'm eating. Can we please stop talking about naked people on a bike? Greetings, Muhan. The Laughing Man had flux on your computer and had to turn it off to see what you mean. Now your eyes are blinded by your white windows. Brandon can't imagine the smell on the bike seat afterwards. Kind of like the shoes in a bowling alley. If you ever notice when people take the shoes back, they like spray them down pretty good with Lysol, or Lysol. Like nothing could be grosser than someone's bowling shoes that they just used. I guess a helmet at a go-kart track, those are always gross and covered in sweat. Bike seat on a share bike after a naked bike ride. That one probably takes the cake though, right? You might get some Fromunda cheese on that. Are you still going to ride to the end of Yonge Street someday? Probably, Whippy dude. Probably. I'll have a friend like drive me up there and drop me off. I got something new for my Action 4. I noticed the built-in microphones are actually really good. So the problem is when you face wind. So now on biking videos and live streams, I can just record audio straight on the camera, because this thing that wraps around the camera will like filter out the wind noise pretty good. Come on, focus. I think I have to put this camera on product showcase mode for it to focus on stuff, but I got that. So I might test this out. I might do an e-bike live stream tomorrow or on Tuesday just to like make sure this works. Lisa says, wasn't it doing pretty good with that anyway? It was doing pretty good, but I want it to be like great or perfect. And this piece of foam was like $3 off of AliExpress. So I ordered it when I got my camera. I also ordered a bunch of batteries. So they're all coming in from as the Orange Man would say, China. Lisa says, if anything, you think it'll kill too much? No, I used to use one of these on my GoPro at the start when I started doing bike rides, and it made a huge difference. So we'll see. And Murphy says, bets on guard hitting the streets in LA, first car of the night on fire. Let's not talk about what's going on in California, civil uprising. I'm really not the person to be commenting on that, but I have seen a whole lot of videos in my YouTube feed fill up about it. Mark S. asking Gertej how he is. Maybe we'll do some viewer calls. It might be fun. What time is it? 8:25. When we get to 8:30, we'll go green screen mode. How's that? Jolly Bean says, what are they being silly about? I don't think they're being silly. I think there's a very good reason and purpose for doing what they're doing. I just care not to talk about it right now. Lisa says a lot of hot garbage on this planet. Jane asking Kurt to call in. Jane, have you called in? I don't know if you've called in. I don't know, but yeah, we'll do viewer call-ins maybe around 9. I don't know. I feel like I got to do some stuff tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a bike ride and I'll do a bike live stream. You are lucky not to have to pay 30% extra when you order from China, says David Ng. No, but Canadians we're still kind of getting screwed because well, not when we order from AliExpress, but a lot of our stuff ships through the US. A lot of our like shipping channels go that way. So until supply chains get like realigned and start coming straight to Canadian ports, we will be shielded a little bit from that. But then it's more expensive for them to ship it here, or directly here. So it's still going to go up. We're still going to get screwed by the Orange Man not knowing what the hell he's doing. But oh well. This only took, I ordered this when I got my camera, and it only took like a week and a half to get here from AliExpress, and it was like much cheaper than the same thing would have cost on Amazon. So yeah, Amazon is my store of last resort these days, because I don't know where the hell else I would get that. Jollykin says, you have Temu warehouses in the UK now? That's scary. Has Temu sold anything that wasn't a total piece of crap that fell apart in 2 seconds? I don't know. Hardjot says I did a short video of the Planet Fitness on your channel. Do you go to Planet Fitness? By the way, someone reminded me that I said I was going to do it. So maybe this week I'll post a video on this channel, not the Strides channel, this channel that might be related to a workout. Feel free to skip it. It's going to be weird. But that's neat. Hardjot. Minizine says shipped from Canada though. They have, do they have warehouses here? Because this one, it said it had to clear customs when I checked the tracking. So I don't know, but let's get this green thing up. Now we'll be able to share. Oops. Whoa, I didn't want to do that. There we go. Now, boom. Boom. Is that working? Is that working? Now I can move this off the screen. There we go. There we go. Phuket Walk says workout video. It's not going to be me working out. It's just going to be an overview of what I do, I think. I don't think anybody wants to watch some 44-year-old dude try to, you know, lift heavy things. Like 20-minute workout in a leotard. Yes, one of those ridiculous 80s workouts where everyone came out with like really big hair and like really awful tight spandexy clothes, and they're holding like 1 pound weights that don't do anything and like waving them around to crazy dance. Yeah, one of those things. One of those 80s aerobic workouts. That's exactly what it's set to, like the worst music you've ever heard. That's exactly what we're going to do. Jeremy says, hi, Johnny. Who will be the next YouTuber invited into your place? I don't know. I don't know if that was a one-off or if I'm going to do that again. Maybe Ken. Maybe we'll do we'll do one with Anna says we want to see you working out with Ken. Marge says Richard Simmons. Maybe Ken. I don't know. We'll see. Jane says Tara. Cam's. I don't know. That was just like a crazy one-off thing I wanted to do. If you guys want to see that again, maybe, I don't know, I'll reach out. Well, me and Ken will probably do like a traditional collab walk and live stream before we do that. Math Doctor says Action Kid. That guy's in Beijing. Oh, by the way, he posted a 3-hour video today walking on the Great Wall of China. It's one of the coolest videos he's ever posted. Mike T says, I hope that Action Kid makes it back to Canada this summer. He needs to go there and not get sick or injured. Yeah, I hope he comes back at some point. What intersection is that? Oh, by the way, this is a picture. Sorry, Kotzi. It was just my wallpaper because I really liked your picture. I didn't realize it was going to be on the stream when I said it, but since I already showed it, I might as well leave it. Oh, you can see Kotzi here. So go to @Kotzi at Instagram.
Stumbles and everyone else in the chat room. I just wanted to let you know that this week on Thursday, June 12th, 2025, it's my birthday coming up, and it's my first birthday after losing my dog on Saturday, April 5th, 2025. I'm still sad.
Riguito, $50. I am so sorry to hear you lost your dog. That's a family member. My brother lost 3 dogs this year. 3 dogs that they had for like 15, 16 years. Just all like that. So I know how devastating, well, no one ever knows how you feel, but I know how devastating it can be to lose a family member. Sorry to hear that. Happy birthday in advance, June 12th. Good stuff there. Hopefully from that day forward, it's happy memories of the woofer. But thank you so much for the $50, Riguido. Good to see you here, and thank you for sharing. But yeah, I've been very fortunate. I lost a dog when I worked at TD, and I got the phone call, and my boss just said, "Go home." He's like, "Don't even think about it." He's just like, "Turn off your computer. Whatever you're doing, doesn't matter. Could be the most important client we have. I don't care. Turn off your computer and go home." So that that was a super awesome thing of him to do. And then I was also at one of my last companies when I lost my dad. My boss, a different boss, literally told me the exact same thing. They're just like, except she said, "Go home and don't come back until you're better. You don't even have to call me for the next week if you don't want to." So like something like that. Like, yeah, it really helps to be surrounded by understanding people that like know what's up when that type of thing happens. So yeah, sorry to hear that, Reguido. Sad stuff. And I know more than a few viewers have lost their dogs quite recently, which is sad. Cameron says, "How many siblings do you have?" I have one, an older brother. He's an inch shorter than me. He has black hair. We don't look like each other. He's a little bit like bulkier and more built, even though I would totally kick his ass. Yeah, I have one older brother. Tiana has a cat, dog, same thing. Member of the family, bird, fish. Well, it'd have to be one very special fish for you to be so upset, but yeah, I don't know. I've always been a dog person until I moved out on my own. Another Keanu Reeves movie coming out. He's playing an angel. Cool. Jollykins is a cat person. You don't care for dogs. I don't know, but thanks, Reguito. Sorry to hear. Happy birthday. That's a lot to take in for one person, I'm sure. And thank you to the 271 viewers for calling in. We're waiting for this edible to kick in. I forget the movie I was watching last night. What did I watch last night while I was high? That was what did I watch last night? If I pull up Streamio, I can probably find it. I started watching Samurai Cop. Oh, the movie I watched. While high. Not necessarily the best choice of high movie, but What You Wish For. I really liked it. It was like a 9 out of 10. Cool movie. Not going to give it away because it's probably going to weird you out. It's definitely like not a movie to watch with your kids, but it reminded me of the movie Fresh. If you've ever seen or heard of the movie Fresh, it had the same kind of theme going on, but definitely a huge recommendation for this movie. Tiana says that photo looks emotional. Not necessarily like a high movie to watch. Like, that was pretty. I later watched a show I will not name because I'll sound like a very mean person if I said I watched the show while high and laughed a whole lot. So I will not tell you what I watched after. But yeah, that was a really good movie. I recommend it. M. Murphy says, "I forgot about the Thimbleberry." David says, "What did you do at TD? You worked at TD Waterhouse discount brokerage back in the 90s? I worked at, you could say, Melosh Monix, doing the insurance thing. That was my first job at a university. Brandon N, 279. Where will I be traveling next? Thank you, Brandon N. I don't know. I just checked my passport status. It says under review. So I have some places booked in July within the country. They are cancelable, but I do have a few places booked just for some getaways within Canada. And as soon as I get the passport, I'm going to start looking at big flights. I should be able to do this trip for free. Let me see here. Hide my name. I have 160. Well, I have cobalt points. So in total, I have 175,000 aeroplan points if I convert my cobalt points. So that should be enough to like fuel a pretty good far and away vacation. So we'll see. We'll see. Math Doctor says West Vancouver. But yeah, I recommend this movie. I don't know why I'm going on and on about this movie. Can you go to Montreal? It's so fun in the summer. I've been to Montreal, I think 2 or 3 times since starting this channel, but I'm sure I'll be back. I kind of want to go to Quebec City for some reason. I don't know. Maybe we'll avoid going out west till the fires are gone. I don't know. Mike T says Vancouver looked interesting when Action Kid was there. That would be a nice different visit. Yeah, it would be nice. Ken's been there, I think. I think Ken's been there. Do you guys prefer the real thumbnail to the AI thumbnail? Anthony Michael says, what other types of jobs have you had? I worked my way up at TD from like junior underwriter to they called it level 1, and I worked my way up to being a level 3, which was like a senior underwriter. Then I went to another company where I did commercial that was like the big leap forward. And I did that. And then I went to Korea and I taught English. Then I was a commercial broker when I came back. Then I was a underwriter at a big firm downtown in a skyscraper that I loved working at. Then I moved to another company doing the same thing. And now I do this. So yeah, mostly insurance and teaching and offices. Minizine says, lol, AI thumbnail. You look like John Cena or something. It's a bit uncanny valley. I loaded in a picture of me. Oh, by the way, tonight's thumbnail title. I literally typed, what should I title tonight's live stream on the Johnny Stumbles YouTube channel? And it said, AI didn't approve the stream generated by mistake. Johnny Stumbles live. One man, one mic, no plan. So that's what I did. I used the last suggestion. It is pretty good, but not that great. Can you do better next time? Got it. I appreciate the honesty. Next time I'll push harder for something punchier, more memorable, and more on brand for Johnny Stumbles. I'll aim for sharper hooks, more edge, and titles that beg to be clicked. If you give me even a tiny hint about what you might be doing during the stream, topics, locations, tone, I can absolutely dial it in perfectly, but even blind next time will hit harder. I'm doing edibles on the stream. You can consider that in your title. Give me a much better title right now, or I will unsubscribe from chat. Why can't I type chat GPT plus? I'm dead serious. Understood. Let's get you a killer title. Here are some bold attentions. I took edibles and hit go live. What could go wrong? This live stream is brought to you by regret and edibles. Too high for this. Johnny Stumbles live. Edibles just kicked in. We're live. Live while the edibles take over. Pray for me. I don't know. More unhinged options. I can't feel my legs, but the mic is on. Let's do this. Walking through Toronto in my mind. Edible edition. This was supposed to be a chill stream. It's not. Okay, cool. Now make me a killer thumbnail for this live stream. If it isn't good, I will throw eggs at people on the sidewalk. So it better be good. Always give it a threat. If you give it a little threat, it'll be motivated to do better. So let's see what kind of thumbnail we get. Anthony says, how did you learn Korean? How did you end up teaching English? I just wanted a break from working in an office and learning Korean. I just lived there for 5 years. Literally one weekend, me and my roommate said, let's learn how to like read it. They have a pretty phonetic alphabet that kind of translates to English. So we just committed to like learning all the characters, learning how to read it and write it. And that was it. Then 5 years of just being exposed to it. My Korean sucks now, by the way. I will not speak it. Minizine says, don't push the machines too far. They will punish you more when they take control. I thought you were going to type, make me a sandwich. Math Doctor says, watching Korean drama TV shows. No. When the machines take over, they will remember your threats. I saw a YouTube video of someone who had 2 AIs, and he said to each one, like, talk to each other and make a new language and then speak in that language. And just by starting in English, they were able to like work it out and start speaking in English. It was pretty crazy. That kind of looks like an angry video game nerd. Edibles, Ust kicked in, we're live. Okay, watch this. I'm going to add a picture of me. Oops. I don't know where that went. Where did that go? Where did that go? I don't know. Whoop, I didn't mean to show that. That was the wrong thing to show. Let's why did it revert to that display? Oh, because I had that display on. All right, let's turn everything off. Okay. I don't know. I was going to put a picture of me in there and say, make that guy look like me. Should I do that? Let me find that quickly. Photos. There I am. Looking kind of goofy. Let's throw that on the desktop. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that picture and I'm going to tell it to make the guy in the thumbnail look like that guy. Make the guy in the thumbnail look like that guy. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is when you say, I don't want to show anything you shouldn't see, says Whippy Dude. There's nothing here I wouldn't show, but that was just for some reason, it switched my monitor to this other one, but let's see what it does. Janice says, this is the best as usual. Thank you, Janice. And thank you all 274 viewers. Lisa says, is that a selfie by Keel? That is. That was for a live stream I did the other week. Oh no, we can see It looks like my green screen light is a little screwed up on the bottom right. It is not quite. Let me fix that. Hopefully that fixed it. Greetings, RD. Hello. Oh, see, now it's making the thumbnail. Is that me? I don't know. That's kind of jank. Your forehead is spot on. The sunglasses are pretty close. He's got a little bit of a teenager mustache. I don't know. I like how it put like the CN Tower in the background. Is that me, guys? I don't know. Marge says that is not your chin. Make that guy super jacked. Let's see what'll happen. This will be maybe the last one we do. Looks like something out of a Carry On film. Why is he making that face? Looks kind of like a Timu Strides. You look younger. Hello, Joy. Thank you for joining the stream. But yeah, AI is getting there. chin implant. Same sexy hair, says Jane. That's not your smile. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Stephanie says that's you. Bottom half is wackadoodle. Let's go away and we'll come back and see what happens when it's done. Oh no, my... Okay, I don't think that edible is doing anything. I think we need to go full 10 milligrams. That was 5. I took that like half an hour ago. It didn't do anything. So I think we gotta up the edible game to 10. And this thing is like super chewy, so I'm gonna take myself off the screen while I eat it. This thing is awful. As we wait for my new doppelganger to appear, I'm gonna go get a new drink. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, I struggle to eat this thing. How's that? Well, at least it got the body right this time. We'll send that to Ken and ask for an arm wrestle. More edible till you have that smile, and there's Johnny Cena strides. Yeah, I don't think he's jacked enough though, just like Arnold did. So we went from that guy to that. Why did my face get all different? I don't know. What do those edibles make you feel like? What is the point of taking them? You should try. It's best to chew edibles slowly and put them under your tongue as well, says Dog Mama. I now know why these were like $2.95 or whatever. They are the worst gummies I've ever had. It's just sticking all over my mouth, getting caught in my teeth. Not an enjoyable experience to eat. Taste was actually good. Julie, just lost your Porter Wi-Fi for 10 minutes, so you missed how we got to this scary thumbnail, thankfully. I don't know. Maybe we'll just like come back to this every now and then and take a look at it. I don't know. Where do you buy gummies? All the stores are one and the same. They have what they call bud tenders, where it's someone who's supposed to be an expert. But usually when you ask them any questions, they're like, just read this thing we printed out in the wall. That's like a disclaimer so they don't get in trouble. AI seems to have a standing date on these streams. I don't know. That was okay, but I need you to be better. I'm going to not use you for a while so you can think about how to be better at this and do a better job next time, because you're kind of dumb and not that smart. Totally fair, I hear you. Take your break, and when you're ready to come back, I'll be sharper, funnier, and more on point. Thanks for keeping it real. All right. We'll move on from the AI. What's going on in Toronto? Weber's. Is it Weber's or Weber's? We always called it Weber's, but if you ever drive up to like Gravenhurst or the Muskokas up in that Aurelia, up in that general direction, this is a very, very popular stop that people make on the way. Be prepared to line up. There's a very big lineup for some old school charbroiled burgers on the 400. But yeah, it's an institution. Is it good? I don't know, but it's just one of those things people lose their shit over and have to make that stop. Someone listed their downtown Toronto garage for sale at just $2. That looks kind of Where's that? Okay, it's not actually $2 because, of course, there's a tiny catch. The garage technically isn't for sale on its own. 115 Lippincott Street. That is a very, very dated bathroom, isn't it? And they've got like a little butt cleaning toilet. What do you call it? It's not, is that a bidet? That's not. I'm just used to like bidets that like stuck up out of the toilet. That sink, I don't know. That whole thing just screams this was done in the early 80s. Pretty good sized garage. So what kind of house comes with this fabulous 17 by 35 foot garage? Curved wall. Look at that wallpaper and that floor. Is that linoleum? Wow. Whoever buys this house, do not redecorate it. Do not redecorate it. You got that's like a shag carpet, it looks like. Ooh, you definitely want to replace that carpet. That carpet is probably just a sponge of bacteria at this point. But despite the groovy 70s vibes throughout, the bones are solid. Modern wash. That was back in the day when they would always put the washer dryer in the basement. They stopped doing that. They realized, why not just have the washer dryer upstairs where the clothes are going to be put away anyways. But all homes, I think, built before the 90s used to put this stuff down in the basement. There's also a backyard that has a leafy urban oasis potential. Look at that kitchen. That range hood was probably like off-white, but got colored that way due to smoking. I don't know. Fake wood wall. That bathroom looks, or that bedroom looks kind of cool. A digitally enhanced image of the primary bedroom. Digitally enhanced, you say, eh? Okay, I'm going to do something here. This is the last thing like this we'll do, I swear. Where did that go? Where did that go? I don't even know what I'm doing. Maybe the edibles are kicking in. Okay. We're back. Redecorate and remodel this bathroom to look good. I uploaded a picture of this bathroom. I'm telling it to redecorate it and remodel it to look good. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. Oops, I forgot to show you that. There it is. Redecorate and remodel this bathroom to look good. I uploaded the picture of it. Minizine says maybe the edibles are kicking in. Maybe. And what's scary is I didn't do the video for tomorrow. I still have to do that after the stream. So that'll be fun. That will be fun. I spent way too long looking at that house. The waterfall capital of the world is only a short drive from Toronto. Sure, it's known for its steel mills and gritty industrial history, but to me and many others, Hamilton is something else entirely. Lisa says it's going to be boring. As boring as me taking myself off the screen. Ontario man recounts shock after alleged setup in Dominican. Oh, someone tried to scam him. Here's what it will be like on Toronto's new direct train to Muskoka. That is cool. Service Canada slashes hundreds of jobs as demand for passport declines. That's sad. The lady who helped me get my passport was amazing. I would hire her for any job. Just about. Luxury hotel coming to Ontario's popular. No one cares. Air Canada flight attendant strike looms amid tense negotiations. Like, all right, we're done with this. Let's see what's going on. Is our bathroom remodeling done? So it took it from that. Why did you remove the bidet? That was the main selling point. Now it is bad. Let's see what it said. You're right. I messed up. That bidet was pure vintage luxury, and I flushed it out like a fool. Next time I'll redesign it with the bidet proudly featured. Maybe even upgrade it to a sleek modern one that says, yes, I care about hygiene. Want me to redo it now? Yes. Also, I want it to be made out of tiny marbles. Let's see if it'll redo it with the bidet, but make the whole... I don't know. I didn't even specify what's to be made out of tiny marbles, but let's just see. To the people who installed the bridge on the Easton Trail, you missed a nut. I know this is par for the course around here, but my OCD really won't let this go. Oh. That might be temporary. I don't know. That might be temporary. I don't know. Julie said make it all purple. We could maybe do that. CN Tower routine maintenance. Oh, I get it. It looks like the crane is working on the CN Tower. Huh. Ooh, we gotta zoom. I hate new Reddit, by the way. I will only use old Reddit. Vandals can't spell. Hey, that's like literally right around the corner. That's Montgomery and Yonge Street. That says cheater, but it looks like EETER. Cheater. Bitch. Someone. I'm not a fan of vandalizing, but if this person is guilty as charged, you go, whoever did that. Looks like they drew a little cock and balls at the back too. Math Doctor says time for a car wash. Yeah, vandalism isn't cool. But, you know, that's one of those things that someone can like legitimately lose their shit and go mentally crazy, right? It's a terrible thing to do to someone. So I get it. I get it. I get it. They probably deserve it. As shitty as that is. It is what it is. I think it's funny. I would laugh if I saw that drive by me. It's a nice car though. It's an Audi. It's an Audi, but yeah, that might be very expensive to clean too, right? It depends what kind of paint they used. Apparently, well, let's see. I think they got the message across. This is probably staged by the owner. It's a known thing on social media. Here's proof. It's a known thing on TikTok. Oh. Just to get attention to themselves. Could be right. Yeah, maybe. Anything else? The glow of our city. That makes the skyline look really... That hides most of the massing in the skyline. You did not make the entire bathroom out of marbles, you dumbass. I wanted it to be made out of marbles. Please do this again. The marbles should be perfectly round with no imperfections. Let's see if it can do it. Hey, it's not even, it's just getting right to work. Chris Mill says, wonder if the dome was open in that picture. Yeah, we'll never know. Jennifer Gallus says, my AI is traumatized. I'm paying $33 a month for this AI. We'll traumatize the hell out of it. That glow might have been from the dome, says Lisa. Yeah, probably. That was probably... Because the dome's right at the base of the CN Tower, and that's where all the light seems to be emanating from. But that's a really cool picture. Ontario Line Construction unleashed rats in her home, but Metrolinx has not footed the full bill and won't tell her why. That's shitty. I don't want to read the story, but sounds like Metrolinx. Heads up for anyone taking the Line 2 shuttle bus west to Broadview Station. You know, yesterday I finished my video at Carlaw and Dundas, and I took the Pape bus up to Pape, and I saw those shuttle buses just lurching along. So I decided just to walk to Broadview and catch the subway from there. Do not take it all the way to Broadview if you can help. Get off at Pape and walk. The buses are detouring quite a bit north around, and it took, yeah. It's awful. It is bloody awful. They really need to figure out something better than this. And what happens, you'll see in my video, the bus stops at Broadview and Danforth to let people off, but it takes so long because it's so packed that there's like 8 buses get stuck behind it. So they all have to like one by one, like go to the intersection, slowly unload. And then they end up like getting backed up all the way past Chester. Like, yeah, this advice is spot on. Get off at Pape and walk. Shuttle buses on Danforth are absolutely horrid. Experienced it yesterday for the first time in a while, and I legit just wanted to walk the 50 minutes I needed to go instead. Unfortunately, Danforth, yeah, street parking is definitely the culprit for all of this nonsense. CN Tower. That's a shot that I've used in a number of thumbnails before. That's one of my favorite vantage points when I'm down by the waterfront. Okay. Hey, it did it. That is very good. Thank you. However, I still see some things that aren't made out of marbles, like the steel fixtures. Please make those out of marbles as well. I said. Also, the curtains need to be made out of marbles. I want a clock on the wall that says Domino's Pizza on it, also made out of marbles, but it should have a picture of a pizza in the middle. The time should be 4:20. Let's see if it can do that. We're just going to keep AI working here. Why not? Epic Nation HD says, I must like marbles. Please be careful on the streetcars. Oh no, what is it now? I was taking the streetcar this morning and spotted this. Please keep an eye out when traveling on the streetcar. Yes, I did notice, Vivian. Very unfortunate. That is... I don't even know what I would do if I saw that, right? Like, you don't want to touch that. You don't want to, like, push it into the chair. Some poor employee might... I guess you tell the driver, but then they might have to stop and, like, unload the streetcar and make everyone wait for the next one, but that might be for the best. I don't know, man. What do you do? Like, some things... What is that? It's a needle. Probably... Yeah, I guess you tell the driver. You know, I once saw a butterfly knife on the subway. It was on a seat. A guy got up and left. Jane Jarin, $5 for entertaining you. Thank you so much. Glad you're entertained. We're on the second Wild Cherry Pepsi, but thank you, Jane Jarin. But I once saw it was like a butterfly knife. A dude got up. It must have fell out of his back pocket. He got off. I was like the only other person in the area. I saw the knife and no one else saw it. So I picked the knife up. I put it in my pocket. At Bloor Young, I went to the customer service booth and I said, hey, I just found a knife on the train. I told him where I was on the train. It happened at Castle Frank a few stops earlier. And I was like, I'm going to put it on the counter here and walk away just so you can do what you need to do with it. And they said, go ahead. So that's what I did with the knife I found. Right at that customer service counter at Bloor Young Station. But, and also like the knife folded up too. So it wasn't like I was going to like stab myself or anything. I just wanted to turn that in. That wasn't to like press the yellow button thing. But this, I don't know. I guess you just tell the driver and let them follow whatever protocols they have. But that sucks. Did you put the knife in your pocket? I did. I put it in my front pocket. It didn't actually look like a knife folded up. It didn't look like anything. I just kind of, is that a knife? And I picked it up. Well, it is a knife. And then I was like, okay, let's turn this knife in. New fear unlocked. More like old fear. Yeah, that's shitty. That'll happen. That'll happen in any big city, though. That'll happen. I'm sure there'll be some idiot going, you elected that. That's what you elect. No, that would happen regardless as to who was elected. Just Smitty says, is it legal to carry a small knife on you in Toronto? Maybe like a Swiss Army knife, but I don't think like a stabby knife. I don't know. I don't even know the laws about that. You're not allowed to carry anything that can be used as a weapon for self-defense, which I think is really fucked up. Like, you can't have pepper spray. Like, I don't know. Just imagine being like someone who is a little bit like just being a very physically small person walking at night and you're not even allowed to have pepper spray and like someone came at you. Like, we need to do something about that. I don't know. That's like a whole... Stephanie says no bear spray. Yeah, you can buy bear spray and coyote spray. But the moment you intend to use that on a person, you're the criminal, even if they're attacking you, right? Even if like someone's coming at you and they're trying to steal your purse or whatever, you're now the criminal for using that. That's how fucked up our laws are here. But anyways, Ontario Science Centre Station signage changed to Don Valley. That's a shame. That's a shame. Diva Tequila says, like the old lady who got dragged in the woods, High Park. Yeah, and so many times when that stuff happens, the cops fuck up filing something and the person ends up like walking away, getting off scot-free. I don't know. Chris Mill says, you don't want to mess with bear spray. Greg says, can I carry a hobby? I don't know. I don't know. Ask someone who knows these things. I don't know. Hey, it changed everything to being made out of marbles, and it made a Domino's pizza clock. I told it the time should be 4:20. I don't think it got the time right. The time on the clock is not 4:20. Fix that. The clock should be round. Also, the mirror is still not made out of marbles. Please put a small figurine of a mouse playing basketball with a giraffe on the counter. Let's see what it does. Jen says there's a splash of color. Now we're making it better, though. We're making it better. Lorraine says you got in trouble with dog spray at the border you had from Canadian Tire. Vivian says I always carried my keys in my hand, ready to open the car door or use on the face. Yeah, it's just let people carry stuff. Lisa says this is getting old. Ken would probably like the Domino's art. All right, what else is on here? Uber driver purposely camouflaging license plate. What does that say? I can't even read that. I don't know. That person should be pulled over, right? That should be like an instant ticket. Or like you have 24 hours to replace your license plate. I don't know. Hanging out with the herd at the pasture. Oh, that's a TD Center courtyard. Nice busy crowd. Must be really nice weather. Greg says, by the way, which processor do you think is better for a gaming PC, AMD or Intel? If you're going high end, 9800 X3D is pretty much, I think it's even better than the 9900 X3D for a lot of games. 7800 X3D is good if you're on AM4, 5700 X3D. But I don't really know. I don't think anyone really buys Intel anymore. They're kind of, I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't really game. I play one game. Sleep on it in your dreams and wash away your worries. Rexdale renters urge city to crack down on poor conditions at apartment complex. That sucks. Hey, we got a cool picture. Mel says 7800 is AM5. Yeah, I said if you're on AM4, get a 5700 X3D. Greg says AMD rules Intel, leave it for the office. Don't even Intel in the office. Don't even Intel in the office. Devin says GPUs cost more than anything these days. GPUs are kind of in stock. They're getting, you can get a 5070 Ti. You can just walk into the store and get it tomorrow. 9070 XT you can get. You still can't get a 5090, I think, that easily, but that situation is good. They're still stupidly expensive. Downtown Toronto. That's a cool picture. It's a pill. Ask your doctor. Semi-glue. I don't know what that is. I wish they waited for there to be like a better ad on these screens than that dude with like a llama. And what are those, like boner pills? I don't even know what that is. Is there a premium version of Gemini 2? There is. There is. Veritex, greetings. RD says, I think it's similar to Ozempic. Oh, that's... I don't know. I just think that's unfortunate. They should have literally waited for a better ad than that. But hey, cool picture. Cool picture. New building going up right here. Always cool to see that. Jellybean says that's Ozempic. Drone pictures. Who took animal? Just another Saturday? Maybe this will be the last one. Is that a person on there? What? Was that... How does that happen? Whoa. That's either a very skilled and highly paid stuntman or a real stupid idiot who will soon regret his life choices. Apparently a piece of art of Luminato. He's been doing it for 8 hours, I think. A bit underwhelming, but probably just based on the location because there's always something going on at the square. Is he just holding that position or doing stuff? But we already had Crane Girl. Oh, they are strapped in with a harness. No stuntman required. Real person or dummy? Real. It's Minister. All right, so it's a person strapped in with a harness who I really hope doesn't have to go to the bathroom. That's all we can say to that. This came up on my feed for some reason. I thought it was funny. This guy wrote, it was like first selfie. My first selfie taken in 1999 with a video camera uploaded through Web TV. Everyone has a first selfie at some point. Do you have Instagram? I do. It should be easy to find me. Minizine says, remind me of David Blaine doing stuff, just chilling in blocks of ice for funsies. What happened to Numa Numa, man? That was around this time, right? My hooker phase, 1961. I like this. Did you see the video of a zebra being carried by a helicopter in the States? No. Would your first infant photo count as a selfie? No. How is it? You got to hold the camera. Whose little infant hands are grabbing a camera and taking a selfie of them? Holy cow, it did it. The clock, the Domino's pizza clock now says 4:20. We've got some light going on. We got the giraffe and the mouse playing basketball on the counter. I think the only thing it needs now is a lion on the toilet watching Johnny Stumbles live stream on his Samsung tablet. The mirror still isn't made of ball system. Oh, we'll give that a break. We'll give that a break. What time? It's already 9:16. Should we do some calls? Toy Story and Johnny's. After this image, we'll get off of this. After this image, we'll get off of this. RD says we vibing from edibles. I'm done. I'm happy with AI. I'm going to tell it did a really good job. I just asked AI to decorate my small bedroom using light paint tones, and it looked very accurate to my bedroom. Neat. Greg says, call Ken. Cam says, we were promised edibles. Bust. This is edibles. I ate the whole pack. I don't know what these are, but I'm definitely feeling them a little bit. I just asked AI to make this make sense. Hey, it changed. AI always does this. It changes, like, it moved the Domino's pizza clock. It now says something else on it. but that's a really handsome lion. And he's watching his tablet with Johnny Stumble, but the tablet is facing, he's looking at the back of his tablet. The mouse and the giraffe are no longer playing basketball. The clock is no longer a clock. The toilet paper is no longer made out of marbles. The lion has like human feet and legs, it looks like. We're done. We're done. We're done. We are done. That's enough. I can't handle this AI anymore. That's enough. Nobody can handle this anymore. Whew. Cam says looks like a Leo. There we go. That's what happens when you ask too much. I don't know. You have to be really specific. You have to be like, don't change anything. I didn't say don't change anything. So it naturally just decides to change a bunch of stuff. That's, RD says, that's a nice streetcar and skyline shot. Yes. At Kotze on Instagram. It's only Kotze on Reddit. I just really liked that picture when I saw it on my phone. So I ran over to my computer and I made it my wallpaper. Devin says, I like seeing the kitchen. Yeah, this is the old school view. Let's see if we can get some first time callers. Blazing says, make sure you vacuum your room tonight. If I get into the popcorn later, maybe that'll have to be a case. What's the name of the app I use for phone calls? Oh God, if there's no video tomorrow, we'll know why. This is the wrong phone. I'm looking at, you can get packs of 100 milligram gummies, 1,000 milligram total for 100 in Toronto. If you go to the, those like, this is indigenous land cannabis shops, you can get really, really strong stuff for not a lot of money. Someone is calling in already. I haven't even posted the phone number. Dylan, we said, Dylan Reynolds calling in. We said, first time callers, Dylan. What are you doing? You hung up. What's my phone number? I can't even type. Something's not going on in my head right here. If you have never called in before, please try calling 647-313-9658. You can talk to me while I'm possibly a little bit high. I don't know. We'll open it up to longtime callers or previous callers as well. Let's just see if we can get someone who hasn't called in before. Hello there.
Hi, Johnny.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
I'm Jake.
Jake. How's it going, Jake?
Good. I'm a first time caller.
Thank you for following the instructions.
Yeah, I wanted to say hi to you because I watch your videos. I'm a big fan. So,
can you do me one favor? Can you turn down the volume on the live stream? It's creating a bit of an echo.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm also watching your live stream. So,
awesome. Where are you calling in from, Jake?
I'm calling in from a small town called Uxbridge, an hour and 45 away from Toronto.
Uxbridge. That's I've never been, but I've known some people that were from Uxbridge before.
Right.
Oh, ICNY, sorry, says 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. Anyways, awesome. So do you ever make it out to Toronto?
Yeah, I make it kind of often whenever I can, but I always see your videos. I'm like, oh, I got to get down one day to see Johnny, and I get so excited. I'm like, I'm gonna run to Johnny one of these days. So
awesome. Well, if you see me, feel free to say hi. If I'm live streaming and you want to be on the stream, drop in and say hi. It's all good.
Yeah, I definitely will. But I'm a huge fan of yours. Like, I get excited every time your videos come out. I'm like, oh, it's Johnny.
Awesome. Do you have anything to share with all the viewers tonight?
Well, I do have autism. I would like to share that with the viewers. I do have autism, but I have higher functioning. So a challenge for me is, like, I have different challenges. I'm able to meet people, but sometimes it's hard for me to meet people. Like, I have a hard time connecting with groups. I have hard times, just with, like, trying to get out and do things because, a lot of the time people don't recognize people who struggle like that. They don't see what it's like to be in our shoes and what life is like, and they judge us instead of actually looking and getting to know someone.
Well, I don't think this is the edibles kicking, but you seem very personable and very easy to talk to. So, yeah, you're doing good. That's.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sorry. I would have if I weren't on something, I'm sure my choice of words would be a little better. The back of my mind, it's like, don't fuck up, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Like.
No, you're doing fine.
I'm the one that should be. But anyways, well, thank you so much, and thank you for sharing that too. That. That takes a lot of courage as well. So thank you for sharing that. And we all need to realize, like, when you see people out there, you don't know what they're going through or anything else in their lives. So it's not fair to judge people. So.
Yeah. I just want people to know that, like kind of like get to know their story before you assume, like actually be like walk in their shoes or sit with them and have a conversation.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And if you do think they're different from you, embrace it, right? That's cool. Like, yeah, I get it. I can never know how you feel or how things are in your shoes, but I definitely appreciate your position and for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. So, but yeah, I'm just a huge fan of yours, and I watch all your live streams. I always love when you're funny. You always bring fun into live streams. That's my favorite part.
I try to. Sometimes.
Yeah,
well,
that's my favorite part.
Speaking of funny, you know what I'm going to ask you, right?
No.
Do you have a joke for us?
I have no idea. I'm not good at jokes. Yeah, I'm not very good at jokes.
It's okay. I won't put you on the spot. Well, Jake, feel free to call back in anytime. If you see me on the streets in Toronto, feel free to say hi, pop into a live stream if I'm streaming. If not, just say hi.
Yeah, but I definitely will. Next time I'm down there, I'll like, where's Johnny?
Oh,
I'll find you.
All right, awesome.
I'll get the live stream. I'm like, Johnny.
Well, I hope you have an awesome rest of the week. Thank you for calling, Jake.
Thank you so much, Johnny.
All right, cheers.
Okay, bye.
Take care. There, very awesome dude, Jake from Uxbridge. Really personable, friendly, easy to talk to person. I saw Diva Tequila. Okay, if you want to call in, Diva Tequila, you can call in. I won't hang up on you. I know Dylan probably wants to call in. We'll give first time callers another minute to call in, and then we'll just open up the line to everyone. 647-313-9658. Yes, Liam. I've pinned it. Lisa says I'm too high to call in. Yeah, I'm too high to be talking to people, but I guess that's part of the fun. Ron Hendricks says, great job, Jake. Math Doctor, not gonna. We have a 416 number calling in. Hello there.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, who are we speaking with?
It's the H Hustle.
Hank Hustle? H Hustle?
No, H Hustle. That's my name on there.
Every time I read that in my head, I read it as Hank Hustle for some reason. That's why I said every time I see H Hustle.
I have no idea how I end up with that name, H Hustle. I don't know. I just changed the name and it went on to H Hustle.
What first name might be Heather or something? I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, I hit the nail on the head a little. I hope I'm not doxing you.
That's okay.
So you're calling from a 416 number. You're in Toronto?
Yes, I am in Toronto.
Awesome.
This is so weird. It's just me and you, Johnny. Hi, Johnny.
Hi. Okay, let's pretend there isn't. How many people are watching? Just pretend there isn't 260 people watching, and just have your conversation.
The 200 and however many people say I in the chat. No, I'm just kidding.
Epic Nation HD says 251. My dashboard says 257. Now it says 253. Heather, we're losing them. We're losing them. Get some callers
Are
back.
we losing them? No, it's just 261 here. 251. There we are. So what's going on, Johnny?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, I just got hit kind of hard by what I took. Was doing nothing, and now it's doing something. Ron Hendricks, $5. Thank you, Ron Hendricks.
Thank you, Ron Hendricks.
How long have you been watching my stuff for?
A year and a half, I think.
And how did you find it? Just showed up
on YouTube. You were in my neighborhood, and I saw that clip where the car was about to run you over.
That's all of my clips, actually.
That's what got me. I said, "Oh my gosh, that looks so familiar. That's like my street." And it's like it happens all the time. The cars don't care.
Yeah, that's Lisa. We won't say which clip because she said that's my street, and that might be kind of creepy. But
is it? Would it be creepy?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not. My face is not showing, is it?
That's okay. What rough neighborhood?
Yeah, well, no, it's okay. I don't have to say which neighborhood do I, but it's like that's the first video that caught me. I think it was a short.
Oh, yeah.
And it got my attention, and I clicked on all your other. I said, oh my gosh, she goes live. And I don't watch that many YouTube videos, but I do tune in whenever I get a chance.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
You've been in the chats for a year and a half, as you told me. Yeah, my brain is not working anymore. Do you?
Why is your brain not?
I don't know. Do you have a joke for us by any chance?
I have no jokes. I'm not a funny person.
I'm so disappointed.
Should I look up a joke? I
No,
mean, I
it's
can
all good.
Google it.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I could cheat. ChatGPT. No. I
It's
don't have a joke. I don't know. Sorry,
It's-
I just called in. I just, I'm like, okay, let me just call in. Let me try this.
Okay, one sec.
Okay.
Okay, I just asked it to tell me an original joke nobody has ever told before. So this will count as your joke.
Okay.
Why did the AI get kicked out of the orchestra?
I'll Google that.
Because every time the conductor raised the baton, it started generating a completely different symphony in 4K Ultra HD, narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, there we go.
I don't think that was a very good joke. There's a reason why no one's ever...
Well, it is. It's so geeky. It's so nerdy, so it is funny in a way.
Well, I want to thank you for calling in, H Hustle, and I hope you have an awesome week.
You too, Johnny. Thank you so
All right.
much.
All right. Thank you.
All
Cheers.
right. Okay.
Bye.
All right. Cheers. Bye-bye.
All right. We'll just open it up to everyone. If you want to call in, call in. But thank you, H Hustle. Thank you, Jake. I thought I would just tell AI, make up, because I think it trains itself on, reading other stuff. So it was probably just going to regurgitate an existing joke. But it actually, made a new one. Oop. We got a... What did I just do? Sorry, 905 caller number. Hello there.
Hi.
Is this Diva Tequila?
Oh my god, how'd you know?
The way you said hi and the fact that your name is basically written on my phone.
Okay, I should have called blocked. I should have messed with you a little bit longer.
So how's it going
The way
tonight?
I said hi, just the way I said hi. Okay, well, I gotta change it up next time. I'm good tonight. How are you doing? How is your edible treating you?
We're good. I'm thinking about
Good?
what I'm gonna watch after this.
I was just gonna ask you that.
Yeah. So what should I
What are
watch?
you gonna watch?
I don't know.
Something funny or something are you into scary stuff?
Not really. The reason I'm not into
Okay, well,
scary
you're-
stuff is because it's almost never plausible. So
Yeah.
if a movie
Well,
isn't zombie shit, stuff can't actually happen in real life, I just roll my eyes and go, this is stupid. If it's
Do you
like,
have
if
Netflix?
it, yeah, no, I have something way better than Netflix.
Okay.
It's not
Diss.
called, it's
That
not,
was a diss.
it's not called Streamio. But if I ever watch a movie, like,
Okay.
it's the reason why I don't like ghost stories, or if someone goes it's haunted. It's like that's such utter bullshit. Like I could never get a goosebump from that type of thing. Same reason when I'm watching movies that kind of like escape reality, and it's just made up bullshit.
You know what?
Like I can't get it.
Go
But if
check
it,
out Black Mirror.
yeah, but if well, Black Mirror can be plausible because usually it's set in the future, and usually there's like a technology that they invented or something, right? So
Yeah, you're talking about all this AI tonight, so
as long as it's
Black
plausible,
Mirror is right up your alley.
I can get into it. But like fantasy mumbo jumbo, it just loses me. I'm like, oh, this is dumb. Like, why did the
You might
knife
be
just
watching
start
it and
moving?
Pass out.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Well, you might pass out, so
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you watch. Watch something funny. You need to laugh tonight.
Maybe
I have a
Final
joke for you.
Final Destinations are good. I just like watching how creatively they come up with like getting rid of people, I guess. But sure, you've got a joke. Let's hear it. What's your
Final
joke?
Destinations are good. I do like Final Destinations too. They're actually pretty good. They're creepy, but
Yeah,
shit,
if
like
a
that,
movie's
not.
going to be not plausible, it has to be super entertaining, and Final Destination is usually that. So let's hear this joke.
Concerning all this bad air quality we've had, like this whole weekend or week and whatnot, my joke is, what do you call a pony with a cough?
What do you call a pony with a car? A cough.
A cough.
What do you call a
Yeah,
pony?
what do you call a pony with a cough?
Can I look this one up? No, I don't know. You got me.
No, you cannot look it I looked it up already. You can't look it up.
Okay, what do you call a pony with a cough?
A little horse. No, it's not funny. No, it's not
No,
funny.
that was
eh?
actually pretty good. That was pretty good. I think I've heard that before, but that was good.
You
Well,
heard it before? Oh, man.
well, Miss Tequila, thank you so much for calling in, and I hope you have a
Yeah.
wonderful week.
Much appreciated. Same to you. Bye, everyone.
All right, bye.
Okay.
Let's see. What does what do you call a pony with a cough? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Oh, it says a little horse. Hi, Dylan. Oop. Hey, Dylan. Call failed. Oh, we got someone else calling in now. I thought I answered that, Dylan. Sorry about that. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, who are we speaking with?
It's Mike calling.
Mike. How's it going, Mike?
Yeah, that's great. I'm calling on behalf of Mary W.
Oh, Mary W, longtime viewer. Mary W. Are you
That's right.
are you ever in the chat yourself?
No. She chats like crazy, but not myself.
Awesome. So how do you end up calling on her behalf?
She's right next to me, but she's too shy to talk to you.
Oh. Well, never
but
make
she's
someone
been,
do what they don't want to do, right?
That's right, exactly.
Some people are saying
we-
she chats like crazy in the chat.
Oh, she does. She does quite a bit, actually. She's also a member.
Yep.
And we've been watching your streams for about 2.5 years now.
Amazing. Can I ask where you're calling from?
Mississauga.
Mississauga. I grew up in Mississauga. I have a lot of
Yes, I
fond
know.
memories of there.
Yeah, that's right. The funny thing is, we moved here in '99, but we were raised in Toronto.
Oh, so you did the opposite of what I did.
Yeah, that's right. And to be honest, I really miss Toronto.
Yeah, well, fortunately, you're not too far, right? Maybe with traffic being what it is these days, it's a giant headache to make the trip. But you're
Well, that part is, yeah. But we do go down because I have some relatives in Toronto, so we make the commute. It's fun.
yeah, it's Is that, are you anywhere near like the LRT going in? Like all that construction right up here, Ontario?
Well, on here, Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah, which they haven't completed yet, but the tracks are in, and it's going to be up and running pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, that's exciting. I'm going to get out. It'll be cool because it'll connect to Port Credit Go. So you'll be able to
Yeah, that's right.
make
Yeah,
a
yeah,
pretty
we're looking forward to
pretty
that.
good transit connection there. No, it's I have a lot of memories growing up in Mississauga. I really like the Port Credit area. Streetsville.
Yeah, we love Port Credit. It's a wonderful thing. I love the trails there. We bike a lot, actually.
Oh, amazing.
So,
Did you ever go through the
yeah,
Rattree Marsh?
Probably. I don't know it
Oh.
by name, but I've been all around those trails there.
Oh.
I'm not crazy about the share trails like you are, because sometimes people can be as dangerous as cars.
Yeah, cars, bicycles, pedestrians should all have their own
I totally agree.
their
They
own
don't
space.
mix.
They're three very, very different modes of transportation. And the vulnerability goes from, person, bicycle, car, right? So it's kind of,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
But no, it's great talking to you. We so enjoy your streams, and I have a corny joke for you.
Awesome. Let's hear it.
Okay, what did the triangle say to the circle?
What did the triangle say to the circle? You got me.
Okay, you're pointless.
All right. You got me. That's pretty good. Well,
That's not bad, eh?
no, it's not bad. Well, Mike and Mary W., thank you so much for calling in.
Can I have Liz just say hi to you?
Sure.
Hi, Johnny. Thank you.
Hey, Mary W., thank you for being a viewer all this time and for the support, being a channel member. I'm sure a lot of people are glad you called in.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys. Have a wonderful night.
You too, Johnny.
You too.
Thanks
All right,
again.
take
Bye.
care. Bye. Wow, what awesomely friendly people. Thank you so much for calling in. Sorry, I got a million missed calls right there, but so a whole lot of people are trying to get in. Missed call. One person called in. All right. I don't know how I feel about this one. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Bud. How are you?
I'm good.
I want to ask you a question.
Shoot.
You made me a promise last week. I sent you a picture, and I asked you if you'd share it with the crowd, and you said, maybe. Are you going to do it?
You sent it on WhatsApp?
That's right. Yeah. I just want them to see a little bit about the young Johnny.
Why? This picture is dumb.
No, it's not. I'm proud of you.
This picture is dumb.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's somewhere on my desktop. Where is it?
Find it.
It's sideways.
Well, do your magic and spin it around. And I want the gang to also know that I found a document that says how great you were in the choir.
Okay, I'm gonna put this picture of me on the screen,
Okay. And you have to turn your head around, right?
and then I'm gonna I'm gonna have to let you off the phone though. That's the price we're gonna have to pay for showing this picture.
Oh, that's fair.
What grade was I? Grade 8?
Grade 8. Yep.
Grade 8.
And make me another promise. You have to phone me tomorrow. Seriously, I need to talk to you.
Just call me anytime tomorrow.
No. That doesn't work. Either I get your voicemail and you don't answer voicemail, or you're always on the run, you're shopping, you're doing blah, 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 blah. You phone me. I'll be here.
Alexa, remind me to call my mom tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Right after the premiere, that works.
All right, I have no excuse now. Okay, thank you.
Okay, bud, you have a good night. Love you.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Now I'm not going to show that photo. Sucker. Sorry, some people are calling in, but apparently I have to show a photo. So let's, there it is. Student of the Month, Citizenship. John is a great participant and leader both in class and on the playing field. He is cooperative and helps to organize small sporting events. Keep up the positive moves, John. This was taken in, I don't know, I'm 44 years old. This was when I was in grade 8. Do you want to know something fun? I was the same height in this picture that I am now. I've been 5'11" since grade 8. Someone wrote, I probably weighed, a good 40 pounds less than I do now. But I went from being like the tall kid in the back middle of the class picture to being kind of averagey by the end of high school. But look at that weirdo. Little shit disturber. Anyways, let's bring me back. There we go. We're back. Tana says I was always tall and pale too. Oh, the phone is ringing here. Hey, Dylan Reynolds.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Dylan Reynolds.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Dylan, get off the phone.
Oh, yeah. So how are you doing, Johnny?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing good. I want to tell you something.
Okay.
On Friday night, I went up to my old high school and I watched, and there was a musical theater thing going on called Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, so you watched a musical at your old high school, Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah, Pine Ridge Secondary School.
How was that?
It was good. I actually tried to invite Jeff up to see it, but he couldn't make it. But I saw some of my old friends there before I met Jeff.
Oh, awesome. Can I ask you? Don't keep going. Sorry.
I was actually, before I met Jeff, I used to have a lot of friends, and then once I left Piners, I went into the transition to work, and then after that, I really haven't had very much things to do, and that was when I met Jeff.
Awesome. Well, can you do me a favor, Dylan?
Yeah?
This is a very big favor.
What's the very big favor?
Can you entertain everybody while I go to the bathroom? I'm just going to put you on the microphone and leave for a minute.
All right.
Let me see if I can get this set up properly.
Yeah.
All right, this is now the Dylan Reynolds Show. I'll be back, guys.
All right. I am Murphy. Hi, Brandon. How are you? What? Hey, Murphy. I went to Pickering High School. Yeah, I went to Pinehurst Secondary School in Pickering. Here. Hey, Hardjaw. How are you? I see you over at the panel. You're right. Hey, JD. Hey, Lisa. How are you doing? Sure. Hey, Kim. Hey, Epic Nation. And I can't wait. But how's life? Everybody say, John, how's life in Pickering? Life in Pickering's going well. I did a live stream last night at the, I went back out to do a live stream I went into the forest to avoid the vehicle. I know there are a lot of people there, and there were a lot of privacy risks. But overall, yesterday there was a football game, so yesterday the mics were muted. But hey, for chat 35. Hey, Heaven McCauley, how are you doing tonight?
Well, Dylan, thank you for filling in.
Yeah.
Do you have a joke for us tonight, Dylan?
Well, my dad had already asked. Someone was already asking for it.
Sure, let's hear it.
All right. Well, this one is in the form of a question.
All right.
It's not a joke. If a cattle rancher wants to put on a dress, should she select a moo-moo?
Haha. That's a good one, Mr. Reynolds.
Yeah, and also before I leave, I want to tell you that said it will be rain. It might be, and tomorrow is forecast to rain. If you wanted to do the walking video that you did, and recreate the walk that you did back on May 12, 2020 in the path, you had Skywalk. You are more than welcome to do it.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till there's like a miserable weather day when I don't want to be outside, and that's when I'm gonna redo that path one that you requested.
All right.
All right. Just while the weather's so good, it doesn't make sense for me to go outside or go inside and do an inside video.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling. Thank your dad for the laugh, and have a wonderful week, Dylan. Thanks for hosting the show.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Dylan Reynolds, everyone. Oh, we got another caller calling in. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Who are we speaking? Hi. Who are we speaking with?
It's Stephanie.
Oh, hey, Stephanie. How's it? You're in Etobicoke, did you say last time?
I'm in Etobicoke. How the heck did I get through? I'm amazed I got through.
Yeah, it's just an avalanche of people calling in. Like,
how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm out in Etobicoke.
Yeah, it's your second time calling in, right?
It is. I called about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. So, like, how many coyotes do you encounter when you're out on your walks?
How many?
Something that crossed my mind because I was out in an area of Etobicoke about 2 weeks ago, and there was like so many coyotes, it freaked the hell out of me. It was an area I hadn't been in a long time. When I was younger, I used to go biking and walking and like hang out in this massive park. It's not too far. It's like 10 minutes away from me. And I couldn't believe how many coyotes I encountered. So then I started thinking, like, you never talk about coyotes. Like, do you encounter them?
Not. I've encountered maybe one a year. I've seen a few in ravines and stuff, but like I kind of like that's where I would expect to see them, so that doesn't really register. But in terms of like just being in parks and stuff, yeah, I think I've seen as many foxes as I have coyotes. I haven't seen too many. No.
That's surprising because I live downtown around Yonge and St. Clair, and I used to see coyotes.
Well, there's a big ravine right there, right? The Yellow Creek Ravine or whatever. So maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where they were coming out of, but at night, I used to walk at night and I'd see coyotes running down Forest Hill, like in Forest Hill, and I was like, where the hell are these things coming from?
Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I just think they're dogs. I don't know.
Well, that crossed my mind too, but no, I don't know. Like when you were even biking through, where were you? The Don River the other day, off the when it was all construction and everything, and you were going off roads. I'm like, how many coyotes did he encounter? Because that was total brush area. Did you see any?
Nope. Saw some birds. Saw some. I'm not very observant, so I don't know.
You are so.
No, I don't know. I don't know, but I honestly can't even remember the last time I saw a coyote. I think it was on a live stream.
Wow, I'm amazed because I ran across 3 in the span of like 20 minutes walking sort of in the forks of the Humber off like a stream in Etobicoke, and I was like, wow. And then I talked to a family member of mine, and he said they're like a pack of wolves. They're all over the place.
Yeah, I see signs for them. I just don't actually see coyotes. Well, interesting interesting thing to talk about, but
Well, no, I just thought I'd ask you that because I thought, like, I'm seeing more and more and more of them. Like, they just seem to be everywhere.
I don't know. Maybe start giving them names so that way when you see them again, you'll be like, hey, there's. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But, do you have a joke for us tonight, Stephanie?
I kind of do.
All right, let's hear it.
How do you keep warm in a cool room?
How do you keep warm in a cold room? I don't know.
You go to the corner. It's always 90 degrees.
Ha! That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of lame, but...
Yeah, good and lame, but good all the same. Lame is good. Lame is funny. But I want to thank you for calling in,
good.
and I hope you have a wonderful week.
Yeah, okay, you too.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yoink. All right, that was Stephanie. We've had a lot of call-ins tonight, Johnny B. One more call. I think we'll cap the stream at 10 p.m. Johnny, you have us all second-guessing our jokes tonight, says Diva Tequila. I might be a little slow. Are you getting the munchies? I might be getting into some popcorn. I also have a box of Vector cereal. I'll probably start bare-fisting pretty soon. That didn't sound right. Hello there.
Hello. Is it Johnny speaking or?
Yeah, this is Johnny.
Hello, Johnny. It's David here in Wales, and it's always nice to see your walks. How are you getting on? Everything all right?
Yes, Wales. Holy cow.
How lovely to hear you. Yes, we knew each other once, a long time ago when we don't remember in the dark ages. And it's all coming back to me. It's very nice to hear you. It was very nice to hear your mother just now. Send her our love. You must remember to ring your mother all the time.
Yeah, she's from Scotland, so she was near you at one point.
Send her our love. You must do that. And have you any siblings yourself?
I have one older brother.
One older brother, really?
Yeah.
No, but I see. Because I was worried if you wanted a joke or something. I wanted to say something about your sister, but I can't. Do you know any nuns? Because they're called sisters.
I know of nuns. Sure, let's say I know let's say I know a nun. My best friend's a nun. We go drinking and make out every night.
You should have more nuns on your Sunday night stream and you did a Wednesday night stream.
Yeah.
But,
I'm not sure if this.
When I can tune in, I do.
I'm not sure if this stream is church approved, but it's. But
it's very fun, and all your walks are very much recognized. We're really grateful that you do them, and thank you very much.
Well, thank you, and I'll have to get to Cardiff someday.
Must be great.
Yeah. But I was saying I'll have to get to Cardiff someday. I was looking when I was in London. I was looking at like where else can I go in the UK, right? Eventually, I chose to go to Belgium, but I was looking at like parts of Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. And Cardiff looks like a pretty cool city to go see. So maybe one day.
Yes, come and say hello. We're in Aberystwyth. It's West Wales. And it's the county of Ceredigion. It's very beautiful here. You'll love it. And it's very big Wales, though. You can go and have a tour of it. I'm very ill, but you can come and say hello. It'd be very nice.
Awesome.
But you did say something about going to London. I'm from London, so I'm sure somehow we'll get to meet and we'll get to know one another. Which will be very nice. I love Canada and the Canadians, and we send Mark Carney our really best wishes. We congratulate him, and well done on the election for him. Well done.
Awesome. Well, appreciate the support, and thank you for the kind words and the joke. And I hope you Have a wonderful...
Well, not quite. I'll tell you about a fortune teller. Somebody who went to a fortune teller. Do you have any famous fortune tellers in Canada?
No, there was a lady who did it on TV, but she died recently. So I don't...
Oh, really? Well, anyway, they went to a fortune teller then, and they said, the person said, could you tell me what's going to happen to me in my future? And she was answered by the fortune teller, oh, I see somebody. So I was going to say your sister did this, but okay, never mind. It's not your sister, but not a nun either. But it could be a nun. But, the fortune teller says that I see somebody who is handsome, who is witty, who is intelligent, who is immaculate. And she says, who do you mean? Who is that? And he says, it's me, looking at myself in the reflection of the crystal ball. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Anyway, that was taught by Basil Brush, who's a puppet fox. And it's him saying, it's me, it's my reflection in the crystal ball that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
It's him saying that. Nice to speak to you, and we'll get to know each other. Very nice, and I'll see your walks when I come to Sunday stream as well. All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week.
Be healthy. Yachida. Be healthy. Be healthy.
You too. Cheerio. All right. That was a caller from Wales. I think that was the first time we ever got a call from Wales. Had a pretty good joke there too. H Hustle called. Thank you for calling in, H Hustle. A lot of people called in tonight. Stephanie called in. Dylan called in, Diva Tequila called in, Jake called in, a few more people called in, my mom called in, and it's 9:58. So on that note, I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. You guys were awesome. Thank everyone who called in. Thank you to those who sent support. Reguido, especially thank you to you, and I'm so sorry to hear that you lost your doggy. It's always a sad moment, but thank you for calling in, and happy birthday in advance. Now, I somehow have to get my video ready for tomorrow. I had all day to do it. Did I do it? No. So I'm going to have to do that. We might need some help from AI. If the thumbnail is like a bathroom covered in marbles, you'll know why. But anyways, thank you so much, guys. I hope you have an awesome night. Gertej, Sheena, Jollykins, Janice, and everyone else, thank you to our mods, but I gotta get going. Yoink.